walled off one of the... Yeah, Anivia actually walls off one of the exits, and Mundo actually couldn't run away, so Anivia does throw her ult down and ends up getting the kill. It's actually a really good play by her, and it's like, plays like that are what you need to make during times like this, so... I mean,
Very
you gotta
nice
use
pickup.
everything you have.
But it looks like they're just getting counter jungled everywhere. They're not allowed to even farm their own jungle. As Morgana does take another big Wraith camp from the blue team, and so this is just making it really hard for them to even, for Nocturne to even like think about catching up. But he will be able to secure his red buff finally, so you gotta look at the positives.
Yeah, and, you know, and it's still not... I mean, Blue Team just gotta slowly climb their way back up this game. The only problem is Blue Team is losing a lot of their jungle, and they can't do anything about it. And as we do see mid lane, though, Anivia does land her combo on the Corki, but it's just not enough damage to actually zerg him. So Corki is gonna live with some health.
And looks like Kennen is pushing up top, forcing Teemo to come back. And Kennen can easily 1v1 this Teemo now. He does have the damage to do it. And it looks like Teemo's going aggressive on him, and Kennen doesn't want to fight that, so he's just going to back off. And Janna might get caught out in the jungle here. She is very far. She is backing in the bush, though. And yeah, it looks like she's home free. Deal with anything. But it looks like Blue Team is actually struggling to find something to do. You just see Graves and Nocturne just kind of roaming around the jungle.
Yeah, and we're actually gonna see Anivia probably... Oh no, actually Anivia does a great flash. She did get hit by the Dark Binding by Morgana, but ends up being able to flash away to live. And, you know, she has to save herself. I don't know if she has egg. She does have egg, though, but they clearly could have chunked egg fast enough, so... It was a good flash by Anivia.
But you're just seeing Blue Team they just can't find anything to do. They're struggling to gain any map control. They're all forced mid because everyone else on the other team is mid and they can't farm anymore.
Yeah, and if you look at the gold counts, I mean, Purple Team is just so far ahead. I mean, just the Kennen compared to Teemo, Kennen is almost up 2k gold. And the Mundo versus the Nocturne, Mundo's up 2k gold. I mean, almost everyone on this team has a 2k gold lead over the blue team, and that's just due to all the dragons and all the towers that the red team has actually gotten, so...
It looks like Blue Team wants to fight this. They know it's a 5v3, but they can't catch anybody at all.
And Corki
And
does land a great crit on that Teemo, forcing him to back off, so...
meanwhile, Mundo and Kennen have been split pushing. And it looks like Blue Team maybe wants to try and secure their blue buff, make sure that it doesn't get stolen again. And it's definitely what they need to do to try and get some control of the game again. But they can't just let people split push their towers all day.
It looks like they're going to try and take bot lane towers since everyone is gone right now, so we might see a bot lane tower. Actually, no, red team does decide to back off because they did see that there was a ward in their Wraith bush, so, or in blue team's Wraith bush. And Anivia does end up getting that blue buff though.
Anivia getting caught out and lots of damage actually going out onto both of them. He does manage to land a big one on both Graves and Anivia.
Yeah, this Corki is really, really strong right now. He does have an early Infinity's Edge, and I mean, he got an early Infinity's Edge, and this Graves still has yet to finish his, you know, first big items at 24 minutes. So, I mean, he is really struggling right now. Graves, by the way, though, only does have one death, but he has no kills or assists. So, I mean, sometimes it's better to have more deaths if you can get those assists, because that's still extra gold.
Yeah, it looks like they are going to take another dragon for themselves. Again, yet again. That's 3 dragons.
Snowballing. I mean, it's a 10k gold lead at 24 minutes. They're pretty much a third stronger than...
And the Dark Binding will catch Janna out of position, and Janna is just going to explode the... There's the Kennen ulti just for Janna, though. And yeah, Nocturne's going to ulti, try and catch Corki out, but Graves looks like he's going to go down to Morgana's ultimate, and Kennen will pick a nice double kill. Meanwhile, Nocturne is trying to take out this Corki, but Corki just doing too much damage for him. He does get pretty low, but Corki's also going to pick up a double kill, and that's 2 double kills.
Looks like Anivia's going to be the only one to live, actually, and she is actually going to go for that risky move and try to take the opponent's blue buff, which I think she can, so this is going to be really interesting. Oh, but they do concede.
Definitely couldn't do anything about it.
I mean, just in terms of gold, the red team was like a third stronger than the blue team. Like, just in terms of gold, that's a lot of money. That was 10,000 gold lead, excluding that final fight. So, I mean, red team just snowballed really hard that whole game and ended up taking the win. I give a lot of props to the red team, and I also want to say I do want to say that the Mundo was the MVP in my book. What about you? Who do you think was the MVP?
Mono definitely caused those first plays to go out. They did pick up. Did they pick up the kill with that first gank?
Yeah, they
They
did.
did. They
They did.
definitely did. Getting Corky that feed and Nocturne really Nocturne kind of giving up dropping the ball bot lane too after right after that, giving up another kill to Corky.
Yeah, and not to mention, Janna also gets sniped right after that happened by a Q from Corky. So just a lot of not smart plays by the blue team. Unintelligent plays, but, you know, it's a good game from both of them. Things do happen, but, yeah, red team was the better team that game.